With the increment of number of vehicles on the road traffic and accidents increasing day by day. This results in lot of researchers in the subject. So, our project is road safety and traffic management using multimedia in VANET. I am Mrs. Lakidu and we have Sandakalum Bandara and Jenny Javadana coming up next. And we are supervised by Dr. Mahesh Dissanayaka and by an external supervisor, Professor Wei Kuan Lai from Taiwan. For this research, we are using Vehicular Ad Hoc Network or VANET as the platform, which is a vehicular communication technology. There are two algorithms which can be implemented: distributed algorithm and centralized algorithm. We are using centralized algorithm. A roadside control unit or RSU is used as the centralized infrastructure to control the vehicles.
We used three softwares for our project. The first one is Sumo, simulation of urban mobility. It's a free, open, microscopic and continuous road traffic simulation suite designed to handle large-scale road networks. We used it to design our junction. And the second one is Omnet++. It's a modular component-based C++ simulation library and framework. We used it for simulation of vehicles and infrastructure in our project. And the third one is Vanes. Vanes is an open source framework running on Omnet++ and Sumo. We used it to model vehicle to vehicle and vehicle to infrastructure communication.
In VANET, a vehicle can communicate with another vehicle directly, which is called vehicle-to-vehicle communication, or a vehicle can communicate to an infrastructure such as a roadside unit known as vehicle-to-infrastructure. RSU is the central control system that will make the decision to allow vehicles to pass the intersection. Vehicles will broadcast messages with relevant information to the RSU. Then the RSU will process the data and send broadcast messages back to the vehicles. Next, the vehicles will operate according to that broadcast message. In our project, we did some modification to the base code that would enable us to send relevant messages to and from the vehicle to RSU and vice versa. This is what is happening at the vehicle. First, the vehicle receives the beacon message from the RSU. Then it checks the sender address of the message if it is from the RSU, and if the vehicle is in idle state, it will change the state to waiting, which means the vehicle is waiting at the junction. Next, the vehicle will transmit a data message containing sender address, lane ID, speed and message type, which is a request message back to the RSU. After that, the vehicle will wait in the queue until the RSU sends a permit message. The permit message consists of a list of lanes and vehicles that are permitted to cross the junction. The permit list is sent as an array list, and each vehicle will iterate through the list and check whether the vehicle ID is in the list. Then change the state of the vehicle to pass and start to cross the junction at a specified speed. Finally, on exiting the intersection, the last vehicle on the permit list will send a release message to the RSU. When the RSU receives this message, it will send a new permit message because last of the vehicles in the permit list have crossed the junction. So a new set of vehicles can cross the intersection. For the road safety aspect of our project, we developed a lane detection algorithm using convolution neural networks that would detect if a driver is reckless according to his driving behavior, and then the vehicle could inform other vehicles in the road about this information using VANET. In order to use convolution neural network, first we need to make a dataset with large number of traffic images. The images were preprocessed to be clear in order to have a good trained model. To train the model, we use Keras with the TensorFlow backend to create a convolution neural network using keras.models.sequential. We can create the neural network with the convolutional layers and fully connected layers. Finally, using the trained model and an input video, we could draw the predicted lane line on the original image and detect if drivers are deviating from the lane.
Now I am going to talk about the centralized algorithm that we implemented. RSU is used to control the vehicles. First, RSU sends a beacon to all vehicles. Thereafter, vehicle sends a request. If vehicle is in a lane already locked, let the vehicle to leave the junction. The vehicle is added to the permitted list if maximum number of vehicles is not reached. If vehicle is in an unlocked lane, the lane is locked. If any criteria is not reached, add the vehicle to the pending list. After vehicle leaves the junction, release message receives. Thereafter, another lane is prioritized. This is same as the color light operation. For the prioritization, speed is used, especially for a normal congested junction. The vehicle with the lowest expected time calculated using speeds of vehicle and after RSU comparison is prioritized. Vehicle calculates the expected time and send it to the RSU. RSU compares and prioritizes the vehicle. This is the most successful method for a normal congested junction.
Now, let's consider the routing of packets in this network. There are two kinds of communication types. One is V2V, which is vehicle to vehicle, and the other one is V2I, vehicle to infrastructure. We have used DSRC, Dedicated Short Range Communication Protocol, for this. It is under the IEEE standard of 802.11p, which is wireless access in vehicular environments. The main routing method we used here is broadcasting. In this method, vehicle can transmit a message with a sender ID, hop count and details of the vehicle. When it is received by a nearby vehicle, it retransmits it again while reducing one hop count. It will transmit until the message is received by a RRU. If the same message is received by a vehicle, only the first one is considered. The second method is a dynamic routing method. When the RRU sends messages giving instructions, they should be received by relevant vehicles. In that case, data packets include both source and the destination IDs. Here, vehicles maintain a frequently updating routing table. When a message is received by a vehicle, it decides to which vehicle the message should be passed. Accordingly, vehicles are given instructions when they reach a junction by a RRU individually. That way, the traffic control can be optimized by a large extent. We hope you have got a clear idea about our project. Thank you very much for watching.